Alright, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Making Monsters You Can't Tame. I've been having conversations with people that I know I'm cool with, real cool with. And we're talking about like manipulation. And I would laugh and joke with certain people about this. I'm like, look, you can't create a monster but think you have the password to tame that monster, because you created something you can't handle. And to a degree, people don't realize, how the very thing that'll make you laugh or make you cry, as old school people will say. And I'm gonna say it in a bunch of different ways. Like, there are people in the world who say you meet somebody and they're gentle, they're a gentle soul, but you don't like them being a gentle soul. So you make it your business to turn them into an aggressor, right? You want to turn that gentle soul into a pit bull. But here's the problem: you might be a Chihuahua, a Schnauzer or something like that. So you turn this gentle soul into a pit bull, and you want to say you mentally can control them. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop when I say stop. No. You made a monster. You can't control that monster, because that monster could look at you like, who are you? Like, what you gonna do? Talk? Because when you create a monster, it's funny, but you make something far more powerful than yourself. And you think you created something that's more powerful than you to do your bidding, forgetting that everything has free will. It doesn't have to do anything you say, because it might not have wanted. Frankenstein probably didn't want to be Frankenstein. But people don't think about this thing. It's those situations where you can create, you create a whoremonger, and then you mad at the whore you created. And I've seen, and I used to have these talks when I was younger with some of my closest friends. Like, if you want to be a player, that's cool. That's what you want to do, cool. But be a player single. Don't be a player in a relationship, because a lot of players are upset when they get played. And I've seen a lot of guys break down like that, where, your girl, she it was cool when you was dipping out on her. It was fun. And but when she got fed up, she started dipping out on you, and she became a beast with it. Now she's cold, she's callous. She might even be sloppy and reckless, because she don't give a damn, because you didn't give a damn. And now you want her to stop. And morality didn't stop you. The conversation didn't stop you. Loyalty didn't stop you. So now you want her to be all these things that you weren't. And you created this situation, and now you can't reel it back in. Now the question comes, like, are you gonna let it go now? Because now it's a monster. Like, and now, just like you had options, she has options, right? And I've seen the vice versa, where girls just thought they could, you created a monster when you told a guy he wasn't good enough. Oh, I wish you was this, and I wish you was that, and you ain't this, and you ain't that. And the guy actually took those things to heart and started trying to improve himself, to prove himself to you. And somewhere along the line you created a monster, because now he became all those things. But when he became all those things, he realized you ain't none of those things. So now he got options. Now other people appreciate him more, and other people looking at him more. Other people are reciprocating to him more than you, and all you giving him is you still ain't good enough. And now he's gonna make you compete and see how good you really are. And you can't tame him, because you made him that monster by trying to break him mentally, but what you didn't know, you created something different. The honor thy father, honor thy mother thing. Parents do this all the time. You create monsters because they forget about the part of don't provoke your children to anger. And you put all of this dysfunction in a child because you're having a rough day. Like you project all the world's anger on this child, and then they internalize it. And some people do crazy things. Other people focus it in a way to become better, like I was talking about before. And you create something, and then this kid might grow up cold, callous, very, 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 not necessarily even mean-spirited, but maybe more so frigid or indifferent, And now you want them to be so loving because now you're out of that. You put all of your hating to that kid, and you provoke them to be an angry kid. Now they're maybe a mean adult, but now you can't talk them down. You too old, or you too fragile, or you can't say I'm your father, I'm your mother, you're supposed to respect me because you spent your parented time being demonstrative. So you can't tame that monster that you created. And we can talk about this in a societal sense where call the kids monsters, savages, demons, and stuff like that. And I get it. I think they're more spoiled than anything, but that's just my opinion. Even though there's some out here wilding, but we forget all the normalized dysfunction that we had these kids around. Like I've seen kids, parents doing drugs in front of kids or giving kids just drugs. Having kids playing with guns, having kids emulate dysfunctional relationships. Having kids emulate hypersexuality, and then turn around 5-10 years later and like, where did you get that? What you're evil. No, not really. You created a monster that you can't tame. And this selective ass memory about, I would never tell you to be like that. I would never teach you these bad behaviors. Now society can't say that. Like parents can't say that shit no more, because what winds up happening is ultimately you see a lot of kids, parents put them on social media. And when they put them on social media, you can see how these parents act. And this bad parenting resonates. It goes place to place over and over and over again. It goes out into the atmosphere and into the world. And there are going to be times when you say, I know why that kid act like that because of them. Who is that? You don't remember that's that person? That's the person that had the kid doing it? Yeah, that's the kid. You know, and I see people try this all the time, even in society when it comes to uh, uh, um, the hierarchy of authority in society. People try to, if this person talks to you, you're gonna chill out. No, that might not be the case, because if that authority have abused this authority, or those authority figures abuse their authority, their word is no good. So what winds up happening is they created a monster because they abused their authority, and now their authority created a monster. Them abusing their authority created a monster, because now people gotta figure out how to protect themselves from an abuse of authority without putting themselves in a situation that's at that authority's mercy. So, to catch a wolf, you got to be a wolf. And I think people forget, if you create a wolf, you better be one. Because we got a lot of pups trying to create wolves, and then they get mad when they get mauled. So, I mean, stop creating monsters. Because a lot of times, and the reason I'm going to say it like this, stop creating monsters first and foremost, but a lot of people who do these creation of monsters, you guys are lazy. Because you create these monsters knowing that you can't handle them, because you don't prepare. You feel like somebody in the world's going to be Van Helsing. But you got to remember, that werewolf is in your house, or Frankenstein is in your house, or Dracula is in your house first. And you need to stop. Ain't gonna save you. We out. Peace.